Howdy folks, Max Caveman here, bringing you to my build and battle kit for the Paldea Evolved Prerelease. This is the first kit that I opened up. I am about to attend another one tomorrow, so I will get another chance at some good cards, but I just want to basically show off quickly what I used in the pre-release kit event, plus the one big pull that I got. And I do also have 3 packs which are part of your entry. You do get 3 additional packs for participating. So in this event I placed 10th overall for Masters out of 54 participants. We had about just over 60, I believe, in total, so quite a large event. And when you see the Pokemon, I'll explain why I felt I did so well. So let's start off with the trainer cards. So we got started off with the Nest Ball. Pretty self-explanatory. Simply just search out the any basic, get onto the bench. I only had one of those, as well as one superior energy retrieval. Now I barely use this card because I didn't really have a way to search it. It is fantastic for this deck. You will see later. I did run the Calamitous Snowy Mountain. Overall, not as good as I thought it was. You deal damage to non-water basic Pokemon only. I thought it was all non-water Pokemon when I put it in the deck. However, rereading the text shows my mistake. So I had 1 copy of Grusha. Not as good as I thought it would be. You will see very soon what I preferred using. Can work really well as a turn 1 supporter. Get all your Pokemon out on the field, play this, get your energies. I never got to that stage where I could take full advantage of Grusha, so a bit disappointing. Giacomo, didn't use this once. It was worthless in my hand, mainly because there wasn't enough special energy. Yes, a couple of decks got it as part of their kit. However, I never faced off against someone who had attached the energy, and it was worth me playing this. Jacques, brilliant card. Would have liked this at 2. I only had the 1 copy, but fantastic nonetheless. I did get a Boss's Orders, and it seems like you either got Boss's Orders or Professor's Research. So I'm glad I got Boss's Orders. And it does mean that we do have a new printing that we should be able to get at quite easier odds than in the past. I did get 1 copy of Youngster. Shuffle your hand into your deck, draw 5. Brilliant. Now this is the main competitor to the Grusha, and that was Dendra. I think Dendra is a bit better than Grusha simply because it allowed me to get rid of the unnecessary cards in hand, such as the Giacomo and some of the energies or Pokemon that I just couldn't evolve into or stuff like that. So definitely a brilliant card. I did have a 3rd copy that I could have run. I chose not to. So that was the trainers. Not many trainers in total, but you are running a 40 card deck. Oops, that's not meant to be there. Okay, so energies. I believe this is a 14 energy deck. Yeah, so 14 basic water energies. Really good with what I managed to get for the deck. The kit came with the low cut low kicks engine, which allows you to do massive damage for evolving that turn. I chose to take it out simply because I could run a pure water energy build at this stage, and I chose to do that. Now, moving on to the Pokemon, I got 3 copies of Wingull in this deck. I did pull one to add to it, so I was really thankful to get this. Considering I got 3 Pelipper, including the promo. Otherwise, I would have got just the 2, so I got the 3rd one from the packs. Fantastic. I feel like this is a good tech combo. When you evolve this Pokemon, you can get a supporter card from either the deck or the discard. Brilliant way to get back the low play set, playing supporters. I know I got back Boss's Orders and Dendra and Youngster multiple times simply because of this card. Absolutely fantastic. Now on to the main attackers for this deck. Start off with the Paldean Tauros. This is the water variant. There is a fire variant as well, due to the multiple forms of Tauros. I love this card, but I did realize after the event was over I was misplaying with this all day, but it didn't really matter considering I did quite well. This would be good with a card that increased health, I will say. I wish I got one of those, one of the charms, but aside from that, using the Raging Horn for 20 plus whatever damage is on this Pokemon. Because it was pre-release, most Pokemon would get knocked out by this. And then we do have the 3 energy Aqua Dive, do 60 to one of your opponent's Pokemon. I misread that and thought it was opponent's benched Pokemon, so I was only attacking the bench. However, that worked into my favour, because while I was bench sniping with this, I was getting the Frigibax ready. So I ended up running a 4-3-2 Frigibax, Arctibax, and Baxcalibur line. Brilliant combo, especially with the Tauros. And this is the main reason I took the low kicks out, was because I pulled an extra copy of each of these, so it was a bit more consistent. But having the 70 health was actually big. A lot of things hit for 60, so this did survive. The Arctibax definitely is a good middle stage, doing 80 damage, still takes over most basics at that point, and some of the stage 1s were, by the time this came out, were going down quite well. But the big thing was the Baxcalibur, with that super cold ability, allowing you to attach any water energy from your hand to one of your Pokemon, as many as you like. So that is why I changed out the energy, so I didn't have to worry about not having the right energy in hand. Now, there were a few other things that I got in the kit, like Choice Belt. Not really worth it. It only works against Vs. The other Dendra, a bunch of more energies. But most of the actual Pokemon lineup wasn't really good enough. There was not much consistency. If I could change anything, I would have put the Mimikyu in. But aside from that, there wasn't much that I could use in the packs that you get with the kit. But I did get this lovely Arctibax illustration card. One of my personal chase illustration cards from the set. In fact, the main ones that I'm after are the entire evolution line, They are all done by the same artist, which I absolutely love that artist, so that is something that I am definitely hunting for. But during the event, we were also given 3 packs between each, given a pack between each rounds, so ends up with 3 in total. So let's see what we get. Now, a lot of people were getting some quite decent pulls, so I'm not actually expecting much. But let's see what we get. Got a Water Energy, Noibat, Combi, Glimmet, Frigivax, Azumarill, Vespiquen, Ice Cube, Magikarp, the Paldean Wooper, and an Orthworm. Now, you couldn't use these in pre-constructing the deck, so you couldn't change mid-event. So most people were just keeping them sealed or just open up, see if they got what they needed for decks that they are planning to build. I've got a Fire Energy, Nimble, Noibat, Sprigatito, Quaxley, Gothorita, Honchkrow. Got a Calamitous Wasteland, a lovely card. I've been looking for this. I've got a Relor. We've got a Mousehold illustration, and do I have something else? We've got a Boss's Orders. Definitely a big card that I am going to be needing a few copies of. Definitely a big staple. And the final pack. Okay, we've got a Fire Energy, Girafarig, Great Ball. I've got a Relor, Quaxley, Gothorita, Calamitous Wasteland. That's perfect. We've got a Primeape, Tarantula, a Cetitan, and a Pawmot. So that is my kit and packs that I got at the event. So 2 illustration cards. I know a few people were getting golds, special illustration cards. So this isn't too bad, but could have been better, could have been worse. At the end of the day, it was all about the experience, and it was a fantastic day. One of the biggest events that I've gone to that wasn't a regionals, so definitely something that I would love to do again soon. Well, for Obsidian Flame, the next set, but until then, I think I will enjoy my locals just a bit more. Well, hopefully you enjoyed this video. Hopefully I'll get to see you again next time, but until then, have a good one, folks.